Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our new edition of Big Brother 22 All-Stars Live Feed Spoilers.
It is not going to be as boring as Coco just tried to make it seem with that big yawn. It's going to be exciting, right? Right?
We were 3 seconds into this video. You are setting a very bad example to all of the people out there with your yawning. Now she's just like sitting over here, like staring at Jess, like outside of the frame.
She really loves to do that. I don't know why.
I don't know why either, but here we are talking about Big Brother. I hope this is going to be a little bit more of a feverish campaign week than it has been the past 24 hours or so.
Yeah.
But is there strategy in not doing a lot? Like, we are going to actually talk about this with Tyler because I think it's interesting. Also, Christmas bashing is rampant within the house right now. Cody is selling Nicole on a final 3. We'll talk about a few different things here. And before we do, if you guys enjoy this discussion, subscribe, give us a like, support this channel further by checking the link to the store and also our Patreon.
Okay, so Tyler has kind of started just playing dead. And whether he's actually playing dead or he really is just taking a break from all of it right now, it was something that I kind of suggested a little bit in the last video, to kind of just hang out, spend some time with everybody, really spend some time with Nicole, just a little more, not necessarily push the game on her or anything like that, but just kind of have some friendship going on. Because if he can just build something that's like feels more genuine, Nicole does work really well in that realm.
Fun time Tyler. Tyler, it is time to introduce a new character of you. Just go full, hey guys, I'm here to have some fun. Like, be sort of like that guy you were even at the start of Big Brother 20, where everyone thought, including myself, when they first saw Tyler on Big Brother 20, oh, he's gonna be Surfer Bro, and he's not gonna be a particularly good player, and he's not gonna know what's going on, and obviously he hoodwinked so many people throughout that season, but he needs to bring, I think, some of that fun and that innocence sort of back into himself, and just make himself appear easygoing and just as likable as humanly possible.
The problem is that Nicole has reiterated that Tyler leaving the game is the best for her, and in a lot of ways, she is right. She can beat Christmas. I feel that she can beat Christmas, but I don't think that she can beat Tyler.
I don't think she can beat Tyler, even with Tyler threatening to quit the game and all that other stuff, especially, you know, if he does bring back Fun Time Tyler. Ironically, the disadvantage here is that people, I think, would want to vote for Fun Time Tyler. I think the problem was in Big Brother 20, they all fell so in love with the mystique of Tyler that I think they were so heartbroken about the fact that they weren't his actual final 2 and that he tricked them and all of these other things. I'm still, I think, just a little bit upset about the fact that Tyler did not win that season 2 seasons later.
Yeah, I feel like he should have won that season, but, you know, that's another season.
Yeah.
So the other thing that is going on is that while Tyler is just kind of laying low a little bit right now, everybody is kind of being reminded of why they like Tyler so much, and that's all kind of cool right now, but everyone is also then being reminded of why they don't like Christmas, and that she is kind of continuing to irritate everybody, but I just don't think it's going to be enough to turn the tide.
It is a good, if Tyler's intending this to sort of be quiet while Christmas just sort of blows up her own game repeatedly or just is an irritant, it's not a terrible move because these are things that are sort of naturally within Christmas. She talks about herself constantly. She brings up the same story time and time again. She's incredibly intense. She can be a little bit condescending, and she also plays like she is way too safe at the moment, and that may feel disrespectful to some other people in the game.
Yeah, it's possible that that could get under some people's skin, but the thing is, Nicole did say it right. Tyler leaving is best for her game. If Tyler stays and Christmas goes, there's nobody left that Nicole can beat at all.
That is the truth of it, and that's why, you know, as much as I would rather Tyler stay, like, I think I've reiterated that enough times already, but I think Nicole is one of these people who, she kind of looks at where we are right now. It's just a little over like 3 weeks from the end of this season at this point, and with that in mind, you can just take a deep breath, control it, and just know I don't have to be around Christmas in a few weeks. Like, I can get away from this potentially with $500,000.
Yeah, and it's also kind of crazy because Nicole has put herself into such a good position, and if she had just won a couple of comps, she would have had a much better chance of actually winning this season. She's played a really good strategic game and social game. She's been completely insulated for this whole game, but because this is new school, people don't look at a resume the way they used to, where someone like a Dr. Will can just get to the end and win nothing and win. Those days are gone, and I think she's going to have a much harder time explaining why she deserves to win if she's sitting against Memphis, who's won a billion HOHs, or Cody, who's, HOH after HOH. Like, it's going to be really hard.
I'm going to be curious to see exactly what does happen. Like, is it going to change the way we view the game right now? I don't know. Granted, I would actually prefer not to figure it out because I would prefer for Nicole to not be in the final two. But it is where we could be going at the end of all of this. But we got to talk about bashing at the moment because it feels like because Tyler's not doing a lot, everyone is now constantly talking about how they want to get away from Christmas, how Christmas is the worst, this, that, and the other. And I've never been a big fan of bashing as strategy. It's a part of the game. It's easy to sort of demonize your target or next target. It's like, I don't have sympathy for Christmas because Christmas partook in this and Big Brother 19 more than anyone, and that season is so toxic. It's just like, if you guys think Big Brother 22 is bad, 19 is worse.
Oh yeah, the bashing and the bullying that was going on that season was something else, man.
It was really bad. Christmas has also bashed a lot of people this season as well. Like, in a perfect world, yeah, it would be great if all of this was sort of gone, but let's not exactly sort of pretend here like Christmas has never been involved in any of this, and how dare they talk negatively about her in the game.
Yeah, and it is part of the strategy of the game to sort of set up the next target as someone that, other people start to see as sort of undesirable, get out of the house, irritating everybody, not with us, that kind of thing.
Cody is sort of in the process of everything else going on, which is really just bashing Christmas and talking about, what they want to see happen from here. He's really sort of selling Nicole on this idea now of, okay, me, you, Enzo, we're going to be the final three. Let's do this, to quote Casey, who, no, I wasn't trying to say that Casey was a bad winner earlier. I think she did play a good game, but she said, let's go all the time. Let's go. This is their final three plan. I think Nicole's agreeable to it. I don't know if she really wants it, but she's agreeable to it to Cody.
Yeah, and it's a really solid plan for Cody if he's going to do what I think he's going to do, which is I think he's going to cut Enzo and bring Nicole because he can beat Nicole at the end of this a lot easier than he'll be able to beat Enzo. Enzo's kind of I'm not sure, and I'm not saying that Nicole is going to be a complete sweep and she's not going to get any votes, because I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
But I think that Cody would have that on lockdown.
I think so. I really don't know. Like, I honestly, and I think most of you out there feel like he would take Nicole to the end as well. And I think there's a chance he will. I cannot have faith in Cody doing the right thing since he decided to take Derek and see. This is I will believe it when I see it sort of thing with Cody. You gotta win me over with this, Cody.
Yes, he made a mistake last time, absolutely.
I am unforgiving.
But this game, he has not made any of these mistakes. He really has been making safer choices that have benefited him. Enzo has been a great ally to him, bringing him tons of information. Yes, he's also been sharing information, but he's been getting a lot of information. Nicole is someone also who was very insulated for a while there, and everybody was keeping her around, so she was able to help keep him as well. He has put himself in a very good position to win. I like to think that he will not make the same choice twice. He got so much crap about that.
He did.
And I don't think he wants to come onto this season and end up in the same spot again, where it's either like real close with Enzo or he loses to Enzo.
I've got a couple of tinfoil hat things here, so
Okay.
let's
put on a couple.
yeah,
of
we
them
need a
here.
couple. Well, let's go to tinfoil hat town, everyone. I've got like 4 on my head now.
That's all right.
It's good enough. Wait, okay, here's the thing: is it possible? Nicole realizes she doesn't like Christmas. Like, that's abundantly clear at the moment.
Yeah.
And she's hearing about this final 3. She's sort of going along with it or whatever else. Like, is Nicole going to sort of realize over the next few days, you know, I don't like Christmas, but if she gets HOH, what if she tries to target Memphis and bring Christmas to the... Like, I'm really curious, like, how, if she's going to do this, if she's going to put her differences aside with Christmas and try to find a way to take her to the final 2, how do you go about that, or is this even psychologically possible? Like, is Nicole even thinking about this?
I don't know that she is actually thinking about sort of who's left in the game and who's best for her game, because she has been bashing Christmas and taking everything Christmas's vote like super personal, even though this is a game and it shouldn't be personal. She's been taking everything so personal, and I just don't know that she can see past that, and that Christmas will end up just being the target next week for pretty much everybody except for Christmas, who will end up probably going after Nicole.
I'm so excited about the next HOH. Like, that's really the number one thing on my mind at this point.
Yeah, because the biggest problem for Nicole going forward is if she wants to bring Christmas to the end, which I think is a good move for her, she has to somehow make sure that if Christmas gets the HOH, that she doesn't put her up, and she will.
She's gonna have to really try to build something, especially if she knows that Christmas is staying. You don't want to keep someone in the house who you know is for sure mad at you and also has the ability to win the next HOH. Like, that's never good.
No, it's not, but, you know, it's not, Christmas isn't like some crazy comp beast or anything. She won one HOH because Davon lost, and, you know, yeah, she won a veto, but it was close. So, I mean, if Nicole's puzzle had been right, she would have lost it. So everything has been really close, or because of someone else's mistake.
I forgot about the puzzle thing. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta wrap some more tinfoil around me now. Okay,
we're gonna run out of
there we
tinfoil.
go. Did the DR tip off these people that the next HOH is going to be Endurance? Or are they getting questions? Or are they just sort of projecting based on past seasons? Because the way that Enzo, Cody, and Nicole are talking about this HOH, it's like, I know Nicole's still studying, but they are really talking all about possibilities for this slip and slide, and you are the go-to on all things Big Brother slip and slide.
Oh, I really want to slip and slide. I just don't know if we're going to get it or not this season. But I do think that an Endurance is coming up. There just hasn't been that many of them, and the last one was a while ago. I mean, there hasn't been a lot. And we've had a lot of sort of the quizzes, true or false, all that type of stuff. So I just don't think that's coming up again. There have been some, you know, BB comics and slip and slide and hide and go veto, all these other types of HOHs and vetoes that we haven't seen, that we're all like, oh man, where are the favorites? But there's been some just sort of new stuff that's been a little bit sort of smaller scale. Everything is smaller scale. What are you going to do? It's the time that we're in. So do I think they were tipped off? I don't know, maybe. They just might be sitting around being like, man, we've had a lot of quizzes. It feels like it's coming up.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't think we're going to see, like, the spinning thing where they're all swinging around on that. I think...
Getting hit by a giant pizza.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see that. I think that is too complicated to build. Or that other thing that's sort of like a weird, like, assembly line where they, like, dunk them in the water and they move them around. Like, that's like a Final 3 thing. I don't think we'll see that. I think we are going to see the slip and slide because we've already seen with the Veto OTEV, they have an unlimited supply of Crisco. And with that in mind, all they need is a tarp, some Crisco, and some jars and a ball. And that's all you guys need to do this.
Man, I hope that's what's going to be happening.
This is the thing. They're already being like, yo, we got to go and get the, do we get the big scoop? Because the big scoop makes it go easier to fill up the one jar. I think there's probably overthinking the slip and slide. Here is the key to doing the slip and slide. Go fast and don't fall.
Yeah, the other thing with the slip and slide is it depends on your own sort of physical makeup. Because if you're someone like Nicole, who isn't as physical, we saw what was going on with that OTEV, going for the bigger scoop it takes more energy because you have to go back and forth, you know, to fill that up, to then fill up the next one as well. And she may not have that kind of energy.
You know that gif of, like, the Undertaker, like, coming out of the ring and just being
love
like,
that
"Ugh."
gif so much.
That is going to be Christmas when she finds out about this competition. Because Christmas has got, like, just, like, a lot of pent-up anger. And I think Christmas, your objective is to just storm back and forth across this. I would be terrified.
Christmas can win this one, guys. So if she's still there, that could be a thing. Cody can't play. Memphis has a bad back. Nicole's not winning this. If Enzo was like, man, I don't need to win this, then we're looking at a Christmas HOH, folks.
I still can't get myself in a place where I'm rooting for Christmas to win HOH, even though I understand the implications of it could be fun, but...
Like a dog treat.
Okay, that is if Christmas wins the game. I will not win. If you guys really want that dog treat, you're going to really have to root for Christmas to win this game, and I'm banking on the fact no one really wants to do that, but...
Christmas. Oh, I can't.
See, this I was going to do like a Jim Halpert like stare at everyone watching this, but what do you guys think the next HOH is going to be? If you're Tyler, do you just sort of play dead for the next day or so and let Christmas sink her own ship? Let us know in the comments, and if you like this video, subscribe, give us a like, support us further, check those links to the store, our Patreon, and we'll see you here next time.